Good morning. I'm Lynn Wiles. I'm from the School of Nursing, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about our electronic portfolios that we use. We have been using portfolios in this undergraduate nursing program since 2000, so they've been around for us for quite a while. We have both a pre-licensure and post-licensure program that we run. Pre-licensure are traditional students who are coming before they're nurses and they're graduating with their bachelor's. Our post-licensure program are students who are already nurses either with an associate degree or a diploma degree who have come back to get a bachelor's degree. And this is an integral part of their courses, whether they're pre-licensure or post-licensure. One of the big things we really look at in nursing and any of the health sciences is reflection. We have to take what we teach our students in the classroom and have them apply it in the clinical setting. We are dealing with lives, we're dealing with safety. Decisions that they make, if they're poor, can negatively affect people. People can die. One of the big things that we look at in the healthcare literature is reflection. Reflection on our actions so that we can take the information that we've done in class, pull it together with what we've learned in clinical, reflect on it, and build a treasure chest of knowledge so that in the future when we see the same patient with the same procedures, the same things, we can dig out that knowledge and know what we're going to need to do. And reflecting on your care is a precursor to reflecting in action when you can pull this and go. So one of the big things we want to do with this portfolio project is encourage our students to reflect on what they've learned over their 6 semesters in the nursing program and see how much they've grown. So part of this portfolio is a summary of their professional progress where we take our 8 core behaviors and have the students walk through their sophomore, their junior, their senior years, see how they've learned, prove to us they're ready to graduate. Part of this process also has them make a list of what are their accomplishments, what are their strengths, what are the things that they can do well, what they bring to the table as new grads, as well as identify the things that they need to be more in tune with. What are their weaknesses? What are their areas for learning? We also have them link the activities that they've done throughout the curriculum with our end of program behaviors with the School of Nursing. So a big reflection piece, looking at what you've done, learning, pulling it together, doing a self-assessment as you graduate. Another big thing that this is what we sell the students with, is this is your marketing tool, guys. You are going out, and over the last couple of years, healthcare has been really competitive. We definitely ebb and flow, as some years all of our new grads have jobs by April. Everybody's ready. You got a pulse, you got a job. The last couple of years, the market's tightened down for nurses. You know, people are staying in nursing. We've had a little shift in the economy. People are staying in the profession, and our students have had a harder time getting a job. So we use the building of the portfolio as a marketing tool, and all of the hospitals in the Hampton Roads area expect to see our students' portfolios. They know they make them. They want to see what our students are doing in class. So we tell the students, you need to develop this professional portfolio. Now that we've made them electronic, they link that portfolio site to their CVs or their resumes so that the people at the hospital have access to them. Whether it's for your first job coming out as a new grad or for our RNs to BSNs who have gone back to school because they want to move into management positions, it's a great marketing link for them. It also builds the portfolio they're going to need either as they do clinical ladders for promotions within the hospital or as they prepare to apply for graduate schools. A lot of the schools are requiring portfolios. So that's our big push, why we want the students to do that. From the School of Nursing standpoint, we use our portfolios as part of our evaluation plan for our accreditations and reaffirmations. Things that we look at are our NCLEX, which is board's pass rates, our CPAs, which is our students' clinical performance appraisals, and our portfolio evaluation tools. And our School of Nursing evaluation plan says that X percentage of our students will score a 4 or higher, or a 9 or higher, depending upon which tool we're using. And we are able to compile all of that information in a database, and every time we have to run reports, we're able to show what our students are doing, that we are actually meeting the end of program behaviors that we have. The portfolios are actually developed during the last course during the student's senior year, whether it's their pre-licensure or their post-licensure course, but we start them in course number 1, whether it's Nursing 300 for our brand new pre-licensure guys or 401 for our post-licensure guys. We go in at the beginning, explain the portfolio process, what you're going to do, how you're going to build this over your next 6 semesters. what papers you need to keep, how you need to tailor your assignments so that you can make them work. So there's a very considerable orientation in that first course, and every course throughout the curriculum. Hey, you know, guys, this is a great assignment for your portfolio. Keep this in mind as you're building your portfolio. One of the other things I did was build a rubric for our students that as they go through the different semesters, they can take bits and pieces of their assignment and put them into the portfolio niches where they're going to go, so that when they get to their last semester, they can pull out this sheet of paper that with any amount of luck they've been working on the entire time and say, oh yeah, this shows this shows that, so they're having to start from scratch. They can use any kind of assignments. We have students who use all nursing assignments. We have students who pull things in from their electives, from their majors. We have students, a big military population, so they will pull in things that they've done in their military career, their internships they do over the summer, any volunteer work. So it's not limited to only our nursing courses. Anything that these students do and can apply to a professional situation is absolutely welcome to come into our portfolio. I'm really happy that we have gone from these, which is what we originally started with, 3-inch binders, School of Nursing logos, to electronic portfolios. The binders worked out really well in the beginning. Students were able to put things in there. We had a little problem with them becoming a little too creative memories and not quite enough professional portfolio. I think going online has helped to transform that. From a faculty standpoint, the fact that I can just sit with a laptop and grade portfolios instead of haul around. We used to laugh, we'd come in on portfolio day with a wagon. I'd bring my kids' wagon and take them up to the School of Nursing and load them all up and haul them off to HRO and put them all in the back of the car and take them everywhere. So we definitely have made a wonderful transition. All of the portfolios in the pre-licensure and post-licensure programs are done online. There is no more option for the binder. I was really very pleased the first time we made everybody to go online, that even our students who are not techno-savvy, because we're going to have everything from 21-year-olds to 60-plus-year-olds in the program, were able to make a nice, professional-looking portfolio. They have some options on how they can do this. We have one student who was a web designer in his spare time who created his own glennespinoza.com website. Our students are allowed to go in and do that. We have also had portfolios built within Blackboard. We did that quite a bit in the post-licensure program. The downside of building a portfolio within Blackboard is that when the course is over at the end of the semester and the instructor shuts it down, you've done a whole ton of work that's now gone. So we aren't doing that anymore. We've been using Google portfolio sites. We've had the students with their Gmail go in, develop a Google portfolio site. It's great for the students, it's free. So that's always a big plus for the students who won't want to have to go pay for a domain name. It goes with you. These students have them forever. And so it's been a wonderful way for the students to keep them, do them. I have a student who's keeping up to date with his portfolio site, and he's actually my template that I use when I explain it to semesters over and over, and he's now putting in his professional things that he's done out in his military nursing career. The Google site is wonderful. It allows you to have open access if you want anyone to be able to view it. It also allows you to lock it down. So our students we've had some students who have manuscripts that are being considered for publication that they didn't want out. Our students who have some military components in there can lock the entire site down so that it's password protected, or can lock down just particular parts of it. Obviously for the grading component, they have to let us know how to get in their portfolio, but after they're finished, they can make sure, it's really important for us because that way their papers and their projects that they've done aren't just out there for our students who are coming up to grab and snag. The advent of SafeAssign has made that wonderful that, everything runs in through SafeAssign and I can see whose assignments are there. During their final semester in the program, when they're really developing this, and this is a big part, it's worth 25% of their course grade for that final course. So they spend a lot of time working on it, but they also get a lot of credit for it. Each of the students is assigned a mentor who is going to work with them as they build this portfolio, help them decide which of the assignments are applicable to the end of program behaviors, how to build it, the mechanics of putting it together online. One of my students created an awesome website tutorial for the Gmail with him, and Brian went through the Gmail instructions, plus in red he has, this is what it says, but I found this worked better, or, you know, try this instead, you know, and this is available as a PDF for all of our students in both the 403 and 431 classes. So basically with what Brian built here, you don't have to know anything. He's like, you know, log on to this, use ODU ID, full of screenshots, full of ways that you can upload pictures, upload assignments, how to change templates, how to use templates that are already created, because the Google portfolio site does have pre-created templates that you can just pop your information and go, or it gives you the option to create your own, changing color schemes, adding pictures, whatever it is you want. So Brian developed this wonderful tutorial for the students that really steps them through, if you know nothing about web design, how to create a beautiful, professional looking portfolio. We work with the students throughout that. In our pre-licensure program, the students turn the portfolios in at the end of the semester. We get a grade. In our post-licensure program, the students do the portfolio and also have to do an oral presentation that shows how they've met our end of course objectives and shows that the work that they've done have met the outcomes that we've set for them and they're ready to graduate. This is Glenn, who is our web designer. He is now, he graduated last May, and he is in a graduate program at Drexel on nursing informatics and web design. So this, I mean, and what he used to get into that, and he was looking at doing this 3 months after graduating and was accepted into this master's program based on what he could show them with the portfolio. So if you look at Glenn's, you know, it has his name. He has 8 essential tools. He has great tips for nursing students on there. These are the things that I wished I had learned as a sophomore that I know now. I'm going to share them with you. How to study, what you need to know. You can't memorize in the nursing program. You have to apply. Make study groups. Someone else was talking about that. So he does about that. He has a story on there about the patient he failed, where he's looking at a clinical experience and feeling that he didn't give the patient and the family everything that they could have to make their experience the most. And then when you go across the top, they have the different links that you can hit are his different assignments. When they build these portfolios, they have 3 parts they have to do for every assignment. They have to talk about the purpose of the assignment that they've lifted straight from, you know, our course documents, and I actually have compiled a list of assignment purposes for them since the Blackboard sites are closed. And then their student approach to the assignment. How did you start doing this? Why did you pick this patient for your case study? Why did you decide to learn about this kind of transplant versus another? And sort of tells us a little bit about their thought processes as they go through it. This is where the students show how this particular assignment meets curricular objectives. So scroll down a little bit. We have 8 end-of-program behaviors: critical thinking, nursing practice, communication, teaching, research, leadership, professionalism, and culture. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Good. Up a little. There we go. So what he's going to say is, you know, they all give us an example that this shows critical thinking. One of our defining characteristics is that you're using theory, nursing theory, behavioral theory, developmental theory, whatever it is. And in this one, he talked about adapting a theory of transformational leadership, outlining the need for nurses to develop and cultivate relationships with their patients and other healthcare providers. So they've taken their courses and they have added them to our 8 end-of-program behaviors. We have criteria of what students have to have in the portfolio, what are optional components. I have a portfolio evaluation tool. I can show you how we have derived our criteria for evaluation from the AACN Essentials for Baccalaureate Education, so it meets all of our curricular needs that we have. And we tell our students, you don't have to be a Glenn, he's a web designer. You know, let's look at a Google site that was pre-done and you drop your things in, it looks lovely. You don't have to be web designed to do portfolio, but use this as a way to market yourself as you go out as a new grad, as you're looking for promotion, as you're looking for grad school. It's a great way to show the world what you've done while you're here. Thanks.